So here is my next project. This is a broom for my tractor, and I was supposed to film going getting it because I've been getting it today, but I forgot the cameras, and luckily that, because it was a little bit work to get it, so the video will be over already. But anyways, I got it home, I got it in, and yeah, I also started disassembling everything before I figured out again, hey, wait a moment, I was supposed to make a video of this. So what I've done is just removed one water tank, and I've taken the pump off and just checked that it's working, and it's working, so that's good. The rest of this broom is, I think this part for the mostly is okay. This piston we need to order new. It's got a lot of damage, so I guess this will tear the seals up pretty quick. Hoses, we need probably to change out a couple of hoses. The biggest problem with this one is this box. It is rusted, really crusty. So you can also see on the side here we have these pins. They are locking into the pins on the holes on the side here. So this is the pivot for the bucket, so you can tilt it up and down, up with the piston to empty it and down to collect again. I guess I've never used something like this before. This is the spray bar, so you can spray water so you don't making dust everywhere. And yeah, that's about it. So this side has the bolt, this side the bolt is missing, and we can see it's bent a little bit out, so we have to fix that as well. And it's, I don't know if it's rusted or teared apart. Down here you can see the crack all the way, so you have to get that back together again. And here you can see holes from where the rust has eaten through, so you have to make that one stronger again as well, because that's what's supporting the wheel in the front. For now, I think we are just trying to get this working, and I'm thinking about moving this broom over to this side, because this side it's easier to see when you're brooming. This side on the tractor where it's right now, that's where you have the exhaust and everything on the tractor, so it's a little bit less view out there. I think I have a better view on this side. So, but you can see it's made for both sides. This is now stuck, so we have to loosen this up, and then it's just moving the engine and the assembly over here. So nothing worse than that. And we also need to do the water system, because this is the outlet from the tank. As you can see, it's broken off, and yeah, you can see in the tank also it's broken off, so we have to get that new. And right now the pump is running through this wire on the floor here, and that's just so you can pull it into the tractor and plug it in somewhere in the tractor to turning the water on. And the pump has a nice feature. I don't know how it works, but the pump is cutting power. So see, where was it? There. So you can see here we have two. Let's see. So you can see here we have two connections. So the positive wire is going in here and out there to the engine. So I'm guessing it's sensing if it has water or not. So it will switch itself off if water runs out, so you don't running the pump dry. So that's pretty nice. And right now I just took some sandpaper to this just to make it a little bit better, because if we make it work, then we will test it, and then we will get the new piston. We will just change it out. But first, let's start with this thing and see if we can flip it over, get that edge together, weld it, make it stronger, and then just put some plates in everywhere else. I wish I had the possibility to test the broom first, but I don't have the connections to switch out for the tractor. That I have to do tomorrow when the shop opens, and then we can put this one on the tractor and see if we can make it run. And yeah, also the piston that is tilting this bucket broke off when I was getting it, so we need to weld this back to the piston again. Shouldn't be any big problems. So yeah, I guess just a lot of work, and yeah, should be easy enough, I hope. You can see it's just worn out all the way around the edge here, and this is supposed to be a little bit longer out, so it's probably worn out a bit. So if we push it harder now, you can see this is standing still, but this is moving, so I think we are happy with this. I think we just need to put a new plate in here. If we look at this, it's a lot wider. And there is a crack starting here as well. So if we measure this one, it's about 10 millimeters. And if you measure here, yeah, 10 millimeters is out there. So we shouldn't push it too hard this way. We should just add new steel. So probably this is something to do with this broom, that the weight is harder on this side and the wheel is in the middle. It's probably riding on this side a little bit more. But you can also see here we have, let's see, yeah, we have 10 mils, and yeah, there we have 5 millimeters left. So this is worn pretty good down. So I think we will cut out the whole part and put a new plate in there. And now when we have flipped over, you can see here it has started to crack all the way right down the line here, over here. So we need to reinforce this as well. Alright, then I've been found some Hardox steel, and this we can use for making the skid plate under this bucket. So what I will do now is just cut off the welds here and all the way over here, because you can see it's pretty low right here also. Then we will make a new bottom plate, this one, and put that one in place, and after that we will weld the Hardox on top of this. And then we have the Hardox all the way over this edge, or the bottom plate will go all the way to this edge, and yeah, then it will probably be okay. Alright, next morning I got all the pieces ready for welding down here. I found myself some steel for reinforcing where the wheel is, and yeah, just need to cut that to length afterwards. But first I think we will weld in this Hardox steel, and as we could see here, the plate underneath was not you can see it's square and everything, so I didn't see any reason for changing this out. It's a little bit rusty, but we will be able to weld to this. And yeah, leveled everything, so it's ready for welding. So this will go like this, and this will go like this. And then we have some Hardox under, and that should be great. And I did the same for this side. Got everything ready here also. So Alright, then we have the hardocks welded in on the bottom, and then when we flip it over, then we will weld the side. It's a little bit easier than welding upside down right now. So I think next part is to just reinforce here. So let's see, I lubricated the wheel yesterday, so it's turning really easy. But my plan is just to put one plate down here and up to the edge we see here, and then a new plate on top here, and then we'll do a plate this edge and then a plate on the other edge as well. So I think that will work pretty good-ish. So now it's just a bit of grinding, cutting plates, and then some welding again. Well, it's nice to have an excavator on hand. You can see from the other side. Let's see. You can see there was a dent here, and now my new plate is following the line perfectly. So that's pretty great. Happy with that. Now we need to make some plates for the side down here. So just cut this plate and just make two pieces going down on each side. Maybe I will trim this one a little bit because it's sticking a little bit out, so making it following the other part. Or let's see, I think it will be perfect when we get the new plate there. And then we have reinforced this, and when this is welded in, then we have to flip it over and do the rest of the welding, and then we have to start working on the broom and the hinges for connecting this to this, and then we soon have these two as one unit again. Alright, then everything is welded, and I think while it's upside down, we'll use the little excavator to push down this edge. You can see we have a gap here, and just weld it in so it holds its position, and then we can flip it over and do the rest. Okay, it's more difficult, but I think what I need to do is grind away a little bit more metal back here, because it's not possible to bend this hard oak steel. So if I get this grind a little bit away, I should be able to push it down. Right, a little bit of wood under, and we got it more stable, or not sliding and easy, and there we are. Let's stack it together. I don't know if it's wearing down or if it's something else here, because the gap was pretty big right here. Yeah, we are missing 3 centimeters, so you have to put a plate in here to make it correct. Right, we can just make a small plate to fill in the gap, so we have the same distance from there to there as on the other side, and we're pretty sure it's okay-ish. But then we are done with the welding on this side, so let me just clean up the area a little bit, and then we can flip it over and start welding. So, charged the camera a little bit, and I welded this finished, so you can see the plate I put in here, and also found a bolt for this, but it was a little bit long, so I went home, lunch, and found this, so then we can weld this one in, and then we have the pins for connecting this to this, and yeah. Then we are ready for putting this in on there and connecting it to the tractor. Alright, there we are. We have the last pin. Hopefully this will hold, even we don't have the rest around, but we'll see. So let's just clean up a little bit, move this out of the way, get the tractor in, connect everything to the tractor. As mentioned yesterday, I thought about getting some new connections for this, but I actually figured out I got connections lying around I can use. So this is for a tractor connection in the back for the outlets there, and it seems like it will fit. Just need to lubricate everything a little bit. Or maybe not. I thought this was the same, but it looks like it's bottoming out on the ring down here. Alright, look at that, back together again. So, now it's just this piston, and you can see it broke off, and I just need to weld it on this again, so hopefully this is loose, so I can get it out, and we just need to extend the piston all the way out, so we can weld without damaging the seals in here. Right, let's release the hoses, so we can get the piston out. Okay, let's see. We might need to use compressed air in there to push it out, but first the easy way. got messy quick. I don't know if we could pick it up to camera, but up in the ceiling there are hydraulic oil dripping down. Well, I almost had it. Right, let's see if we can get this one off. Make life a little bit easier. Alright, so we just need to marry these two together again. Some way. So I've been to the shop and this is what I got instead of the old crusty ones, and this fits on this connection, and this connection is what my tractor had before. So these I have plenty of, so that's why I went with these, because I can just change out what I have on the tractor today, and that's this sort. And I'm thinking these are too little flow compared to these bigger connections. That's why I want to change it out, because I'm guessing the broom needs a lot of oil flow. And I also got two of these for the pivot piston over there, the crusty one that we are ordering new when we know that everything works. So I just got it now, so I can connect the hoses for that as well and see that everything works, because on my tractor I got the third and the fourth function. So the third function will be running this, and the fourth function will be running the pivot, and it's only the pivot that is running on those hoses. And as you can see, it's springtime, but right now we have a little bit of snow, so luckily it's just reports for this weekend, and after that we will probably have nice weather again. Let's see if we can go inside. We need to change out the connections so we can use the old ones, and we're ready for testing the broom. If we are changing out the connections before we connect the broom, it's easier. You can see here we have the same connections that come on. All right, here we can see we have the same connections as I use on the bucket with wings, so that's why I changed everything out, so I could use the same connections as I have, and if I need a spare sometime in the middle of the winter, I can just go from one of the machines, because all the machines also have the same connection. Alright, then that's done. And for summertime, there is no, I don't use these connections for anything. The only thing I use them for are my snow bucket with wings and for the sand spreader for spreading sand. That I don't think I ever shown on the channel actually, in use. So we have to do something about that. Probably not now. Now the snow is going away. Alright, let's see if we can hook up. Don't actually need this pivot thing, but let's see how bad the cylinder is leaking. Alright, that's it. Ah, this is so much fun when you are testing something for the first time. Alright, big question now. Where is the sink or oven now? It works? It fucking works! Woohoo! And did you see? The bucket works also. That's because when you are running it one way, it's brooming, and when you're running the other way, it's pulling the piston. So, ta-da! We don't need no valves or stupid things. Probably just a couple of new hoses after some time. Oh boy, this is exciting. I guess we need this one new, but that doesn't matter. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Should we test it? Yeah, let's test it. Well, I think we gotta say that was a success. Look how clean it is. So now it's just getting those brooms, the little broom. It's not supposed to be sticking out as far as that. You can see the other side, that's how far out it's supposed to go. So yeah. But let's see if we can use the emptying function. Alright, that's it for part 1. I have to split it up, it's too long. So part 1 was fixing and welding the bucket for the broom and testing it. Part 2 will be installing this little broom over here, painting it, fixing the water system, hydraulics, and a lot more. So there is a lot more exciting things to see. And when you are watching this, part 2 is already ready. And it's up to you when I release it. As soon as part 1 has 5,000 views, I will put part 2 out there. So if it's today, or if it's tomorrow, or if it's a week too. Who knows? It's up to you. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in part 2.